Hey guys, happy Tuesday. Hello. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm out and about doing some errands today. Actually printed off my notes, so I knew I was gonna be gone a majority of the day. But I wanted to come on here today and talk to y'all about authenticity. So that's one of our core values in Scentsy. If you're new, or maybe you're not and you just didn't know that, Scentsy has 3 core values. So authenticity, generosity, and simplicity. So today I want to talk to you about authenticity, what that means, how it affects your business, how it relates to your business, all of those things. So being authentic means being genuine, which also means genuine means truly what something is said to be. So sincere. So authenticity is a lot about being you and being yourself and being able to be yourself, but it's also being who you say you are. And I think that's a huge part of authenticity that people maybe forget is, it's awesome to be you. Everyone should be themselves, be true to who you think, or what you think and who you are, but it's also the actions, taking out the actions to be the person that you say you are. So in Scentsy, authenticity is so important because customers and teammates are going to relate to you because you're you. Customers are going to buy from you because they love you. Customers are going to continue to come back to you because of who you are and how you treat them and how you talk to them and all of those things. That's being authentic. That's why they choose you, because you're you. And then the same thing for leadership. If you're a leader, people are going to relate to you in a certain way. They're going to not necessarily choose you to be their leader, because you can't really choose that. But people are going to relate to you on a certain level when they know who you are. And then some aren't, and that's okay. Hopefully my music isn't too loud. But that's okay. If people aren't going to relate to who you are as a leader or as a person, that's part of life, right? Because we're not all the same. But in the end, you can still say that you've been authentic through that timing. And if they don't like you for you, then it's just not meant to be, right? So sharing in Scentsy is so important. I would literally not be where I am if people did not share. But when it comes to being authentic and you're sharing in Scentsy, it's super important that you're making and you're sharing your own content. It's so important for your post to sound like you, for your, maybe not necessarily pictures, but the feel of your post and how you talk to be consistent, because people are going to catch up on that if it's not. So it's so important that your posts sound like you. So if you don't say things like, something I always say, I don't know why, I just always say, hey lady, when I'm talking to someone. If someone was to randomly just start saying that, then people will be like, I've never heard you say that to me before, right? So that's being authentic and being true into the words and the vocabulary that you use. Sure, we want you to use people's idea. That's the glory of this business, is that people are always sharing what they're doing, how they're working. But the most important part is that, 1, you make it your own, and 2, you don't claim their ideas as your own, because that's not being authentic. So things like pictures, that's a perfect example. Using other people's pictures is something that's done a lot in Scentsy. Thankfully, people love to share their pictures, me included, for other people to be able to use. And sharing those pictures with your customers is great, but not claiming that they're your own pictures, because that's a lie. That's not authentic. So when we see people, use someone else's picture and say, oh my gosh, I just got this new warmer, isn't it so cute? I love my new warmer, it just came in, that's a lie, right? So that's not being authentic in who you are. And even just like the picture of maybe how it's set up, maybe that's not your decor, maybe that's not your feel, right? So it's fine to use other people's ideas and make them your own, but it's not okay to claim it as your own. So same thing with in leadership. Having ideas with what you're doing in leadership as far as maybe systems or how you're working with people or really anything, give credit where it's due. You know, hey, I got this awesome idea from Megan Moore. She's awesome. I see Megan on here watching. That's why I called her. And here's how I'm using it in my leadership, right? That's the perfect example. To be able to give that credit where it's due. If someone came up with this awesome, pretty, perfect, pristine system to use, that you're not going to take it and use it as your own. Now, when it comes down to what to do and what not to do, I do want you to switch up your wording so we don't copy and paste. Switch up your wording with, maybe you see a post that is getting a lot of interaction on someone's page, or maybe you see a post that you love how it's worded and the flow of it. Awesome. Copy it. And I want you to change it up to sound like you. Your wording, right? How you talk, how you feel when you talk to people. I want you to switch up that wording. I want you to be inspired to do your own thing in Scentsy. I know it's hard, especially when you first start, to what should I post when? And that's why every single day this month I've been posting exactly what to share in your social media. If you're not doing that but you're still feeling lost, I don't know what else to do. I'm literally giving you daily activities to do. But be inspired to do your own thing and then be you. The two things that I don't want you to do is copy and paste. One, because it's not you, it's not authentic, but also because of the algorithm, with especially within Facebook. If people are copying and pasting the same thing over and over again, it's going to start being hidden by Facebook because it's going to be marked as spam, which it is. Spam is something that's done over and over and over the exact same way. We don't want to do that. Also, because if you have mutual friends with someone, excuse me, and someone's copying and pasting maybe your stuff, but your friend sees their post, then it's gonna be like, okay, well, who's the person who originally started this, right? So that's where the authenticity comes in, where it's like, who's really being authentic and who's just copy and pasting to try and make their business easy. And then the other thing I don't want you to do is claim pictures or ideas as your own, because that is literally the opposite of being authentic. So go out there, be inspired, use people's ideas, make it your own, and make sure that everything you're doing in your business, you're still true to you and who you are. And like I said in the beginning, that's going to be the difference in people loving you. And if they don't love exactly maybe who you are, that's okay, but as long as you're being authentic, I think that's the most important thing. So I hope that was helpful. Like I said, it's one of our core values in Scentsy, so it is super important, and it's something that we need to remember in our daily business activities as well. Because I know that a lot of people can see ideas of what to do, and then they're like, oh, I want to go do this, that's so cool, oh, I want to go do this, oh, I want to go do this, and they get so caught up in keeping up with the Joneses or making the cutest graphic or whatever it may be that they forget maybe the income producing things that actually make a business successful. So I love you guys. I hope you have a great Tuesday. If you have any questions, let me know. Bye.